So every time you're joining in the meeting, kindly join with your company name, maybe, or with your name, then followed by your company name. So you join with your name, then followed by your company name. Okay, now we resume. So in intelligent office solution, we have this, the intelligent parking part of it. So in case you're, the reason why it has encompassed the parking is because you're doing more of a large or commercial based smart office. So for the commercial based smart office, you find that the offices also have their parking side. So for the intelligent parking solution for office solution, for the entrance side, that is the entrance towards the parking lot, we have the products such as outdoor LED screen, which will show you the parking slots that are available. At the same time, it will show you maybe the parking slots that if there is a parking slot or not. So apart from that, we have the intercom card swiping. So the intercom card swiping comes in the aspect where you maybe you are registered an employee, you just swipe your card and the barrier will open. Or maybe you are a new person and you're trying to open you're trying to allow your vehicle but still can't access. So the VTO will help you to communicate maybe with a security guard that will give you access to the parking lot. Also from the parking side, from the entrance side in the parking lot, we have these products, the automatic number plate recognition. So we have the automatic number plate recognition cameras, which come in form of with a kit. So we have a kit kind of products. So it will be used to open the gate also at the same time. So the NPR and the intercom will actually trigger the barrier side, but this one is a special kind of NPR which has a small screen. So the barrier side now we also provide barriers, and the barrier will be now used to grant or revoke access to the parking lot. So this the parking that I've been talking about is more of indoor or maybe a designated place to do parking. But for the case maybe where you're doing an outdoor parking, that is you just have a very large square to do parking on the same. We also have solution for the same, inclusive of this special kind of camera that will be able to know parking slots, because it's just monitoring a place and then being able to identify if there are parking slots available or not. Then we have also the parking guidance. The parking guidance will do the function of trying to tell you where to go specifically to be able to park. So it will more of give you directions towards the available parking slots. And in the indoor side now for parking, so we have the indoor maybe basement side. We have this parking space detection. So the indoor parking area works more of hand in hand with this vehicle entrance and exit. So in the indoor parking, we have this parking detection, and there are more of sensors to know whether a parking lot is available or taken. Then we have the guidance to the parking lot. That is, they give you a direction to go. If you are maybe you have 3 floors for parking, it will direct you to the available space in the floor. Also, another key product is the car finder. A car finder will essentially help you to be able to locate your vehicles precisely where it is, especially in large parking lots. So another aspect of parking is inclusive of unattended parking lots. So I think it's more of something that I've already explained, nothing much. So unattended parking, we have this kind of camera that will do parking. So it's a 4 megapixels with this kind of NVR that will be able to tell you the parking lots available, and it's more of outdoor parking scenario and configuration. And this kind of server or NVR supports 8 parking detection. So basically, it's a custom NVR that will be used to do parking only. So we'll talk later about the more of parking because it's not the scope for today. Some of these I'm just going to skip. Okay, now you can talk of intelligent building solution. So that was intelligent office solution. Then we talk about intelligent residential solution. So now for the order of the day, the intelligent residential solution. So our case scenario will be maybe from large residential place. So it's more of a bigger residential place to maybe typically about 5 or more apartments or flats. But as much as it's for 5 or more apartments, you can still use a bit of it into implementation of a SMB apartments scenario. So what we talk about for this apartment, we do talk about the face recognition video intercom product. Apart from that, we'll also talk about information release product. So that is creating notices and maybe communicating to the residents for that particular place. We'll talk about elevator control with the face recognition. Also talk about the corridor kind of cameras and DSS products, among others. I think we'll talk as we go through it. So some kind of cameras that are used for surveillance for intelligent building, inclusive of, of course, the bullets and the PTZ and the domes, or IR dome cameras. But we have even customized products that will be used to do such kind of protection, inclusive of active deterrent series of camera, the camera that supports audio, and those cameras that can be used to do interaction between maybe children and you directly. So maybe you have a pool in that residential place and you want children, if small babies will try to approach them, you have alarms on the same. So such kind of case scenarios. And so, yeah. So in terms of public area protection, so yes, you're doing an intelligent building, but intelligent building encompasses things like surveillance, things like access control properties. And for those kind of surveillance that you need to address the issues of public areas, where the common areas, we have those special kind of products that are used for the common areas. So inclusive of corridors, you have this camera that can do direction. We have covered this a while back. So the camera, with dual lens camera that can be used to monitor 2 directions at the same time. So you can install it at a corridor, maybe even at a corner point here, and it will be used to monitor these 2 directions. So depending on your installation side or maybe from your technical side, how they can apply with the camera is upon you. So in the elevator case, we have now this kind of camera. So the reason why we have this special kind of camera and not need any other camera is because this kind of camera, mobile camera, can be able to withstand the vibration elevator provides, and also those kind of light interference from the light emitting from the elevator. So it's a custom camera tailored only for the elevator purposes. And apart from that, we also have the wireless devices. So we provide wireless devices for transmission. And how would you connect this camera to be received maybe in a monitoring station? You can use our wireless products for the same. So by design, we have different kinds of design, not only this one that appears on the screen. We have different designs and different shapes. So for lobby cases in the residential apartment, we have the fisheye camera, which can be used to do a monitoring of a very large area. And apart from that, we also have other products that are implemented in the lobby area include this kind of products. So the information release products. So these information release products are basically used for, if you want to do maybe releasing information to users, maybe notices, maybe also a bit of also advertisement. So you can do also advertisement from this kind of products. You can use cameras to them. So very wide scope application. And maybe in playgrounds, now we have the PTZ and this panoramic camera to monitor the playground scenarios. So the playground inclusive of maybe swimming pool areas and those kind of scenarios. And all these products are easy to install and easy to configure. So for facilities purposes, so apart from the common areas, we have those areas that are shared between the people. So we have the gym, and we have maybe the entrance side, we have maybe the laundry room, and maybe machine room and business center. So we have those products, and inclusive of cameras, those PTZ panoramic camera with the PTZ, and we have the normal dome cameras there. So apart from that, so if you have a building that you are doing intelligence on, so as much as possible, you're trying to maybe release information, you make maximum use of it by maybe using our products for advertisements, and each point you set advertisement products. So for marketing purposes, for information release purposes, you can achieve the same with our products for advertisements and information release. Also access control. So I think that one you know. Maybe to mention about the intelligent building. So the intelligent building encompasses the aspect of touchless passage. That is, yes, you're doing video intercom, but at the same time, you're doing access control with the face recognition to avoid those touchy case scenarios. And the products to achieve those ones, including the number plate recognition, face recognition products, and for both the entrance side or even the elevator control purposes. So you can see someone coming at the entrance, they are verifying the information, or maybe their faces through the VTO at the entrance, which can do face recognition. Apart from that, if they came with a vehicle, we have this number plate recognition. We have this access control. So maybe they're going to the houses, they have the VTO that can be used to check their face and know if it's them, give them access, at the same time, giving them access to the elevator. So at this point, the person just came in without touching any point. And cases like COVID and cases like where you're having jumps transmission can be avoided. So next, so the person came in, went to the elevator, went to the house. So in their home, we also have this, we have the mobile app for video intercom. So yes, you are doing video intercom, but still there's no need for you to touch your screen. You can still achieve it with using your mobile phone. So, and maybe to mention also in terms of visitor management. So in intelligent building, we have the visitor aspect where you have someone came to meet you, and we have this visitor management scenario for intelligent residential solution. So let's say you have a customer came to visit you, or maybe your friend, to your apartment, and you have what you do, you invite the person using the VDP app. So VDP is the video intercom application from Dahua. You invite them to your place. You put the information of the visitor, maybe other information. For that, you create a visitor pass. So this one you're just doing from your mobile phone. You create a visitor pass for the same. The person comes with a QR code or by car. So they scan this QR code in any of this. Maybe in the entrance, they scan the QR code here, or the QR code. There's a VTO here at the QR at the entrance for the parking site. So then when they come in, you have your alerts. So you have the alerts that is telling you the visitors come, etc. So basically, it's making smarter living from the solution that you provide. So all this visitor management is achieved by using DSS Pro, and DSS Pro is basically the management platform for this side. And if after the visitor has left, we have those automatically revoking this permission, and the visitor cannot use the same information to log in into the system again, or maybe access the premises again. So digital services, etc. So we have the plate recognition. So for the plate recognition, plate recognition is basically for number plate recognizing, and for wide lane, or maybe the large, so different cameras for different application scenarios. So irrespective of how the vehicle will, the scene is behaving, still can do face recognition on the scene. Sorry, number plate recognition. And another aspect for the intelligent residential solution is inclusive of elevator control. So elevator control comes in the aspect where you're accessing the elevator. The elevator is restricted to only people who are allowed to use it, and the products that can be used to achieve are as, so you can use the indoor monitor. The indoor monitor can be used to call the elevator to your floor. So you're in the indoor monitor, and maybe you're in your house and you want the lift to come. You just call the lift; it will be at the floor that you stay. Then you have the control now for the elevator, allowing people. So you need to be authenticated first to be able to use the elevator. So you can use card, you can use face recognition, etc. So the key products here is this. So this one is a VTM. It's an input-output device. So typically the cables are connected to this elevator keypad. So each floor to this keypad. If there are many floors, now you can have more of this connected to each other to provide like a cascade scenario installation based. So safe, smart, and safe home. Okay, so every time that we are joining Zoom, so I'd advise you guys, if you're joining the training, join with your company name, or maybe your name, then your company name hyphen company name for it's like for my side, so that I can know which company came, and so that such and such information. So you just join with your name and company name, or company name then your name. So it will be good like that next time you are joining the training. So smart home system. So for smart home, we have this kind of VTH, maybe just to mention. So this one is an indoor monitor which supports Android. So it's like having a tablet in your place, and it's a 10-inch. Other parts that are inclusive in this indoor monitor is like controlling TV, maybe smart home scenario. That's any function that you do with an Android phone, still achieve it from this side. And also, if you want to, if you're a developer and understand very well integration of system of embedded systems, you can use our SDK to create those platforms or maybe customize or functions for your site. So we also provide open side for integration for developers. So smart and safe, apart from monitoring, I don't think I'll talk about this because it's more of just the basic information. So smart property management, maybe some other part of smart apartments. So smart property management, maybe you're a management company. Let's say your company has been given a tender to be able to do maintenance and management of residential apartment. So we have this smart property management, which will be used to do now time attendance for your employees, management of users, so that making your work easier as a management company or property management company easier. So we have the calls for the soldier side. So for the management side, we have this kind of products, maybe just to mention a few. We have this, they're called master stations. Product name is VTS. So these are the kind of products that will be installed maybe in the soldier side and people who are having problems. So for those of us who have done products, if you press the icon like a soldier thing on this indoor monitor, so like this one, till now the call will be addressed to the soldier side. And also apart from that, we have the one-click information release. So from the DSS, what you can do, or from the master session, you can send a message to basically everyone, a text message to the residents of that building. Maybe you want to do information if you don't have this information release. So let's say you don't have this information release here at the bottom. You can still send the information to the various screens of the users in that residential building. So time attendance also. So time attendance comes in the aspect where so with the help of a platform. So with the help of the platform that is the DSS, you can still do time attendance with our access control products or the video intercom products, all of the same. So let me just talk a bit about smart management software. So smart management software, that is the DSS. So the DSS now will be used to do visitor management, video management, elevator control management, etc., etc. Okay, so that's the end of our smart residential solution. So encompassing of access control, video intercom, information release products. So our next walkthrough will be about smart parking solution. Before we finish our today's training, it's more of presence and so as I was saying, You guys, when you are joining training, would advise you guys to join with your name and company name. So the first time you're logging into the training, it will tell you to select your name or maybe interest name. So it's good you join with your company name and also your name. So you can see I have Marwan from Sarem Solve. We have One Star Technologies. So it's good for easy identification and also for networking. You know, we are also building networks, and you might, because I understand we have people from different countries, Kenya, Uganda, Ethiopia, Rwanda. So you can build networks. It's good to identify yourself and be able to be known. So, Vision Technologies Company, thank you, Jim. Okay, now we're going to do smart parking solution. So you have done a smart residential solution, maybe a question or maybe something that you feel that is it covered in an intelligent building solution? So is it you are concerned, is this something that's available? Is this something that can be done? Does ANPR work for 6 meter barrier? So ANPR, our ANPR can be integrated with the barriers. And so the barrier basically, as long as the barrier has support for maybe input for those signals, let's say the signal that can be used to trigger the opening and closing. If you have that one, our barrier, our ANPR camera can release the information. And the accuracy for the NPR is getting better and better. For those of us maybe who have my contact, and there's a video that I shared on my WhatsApp. So we did a project for ANPR, and the results were okay. So the number plate were recognizing very, very well. Now we continue with the intelligent parking solution, smart parking. So for smart parking solution, I'm going to cover off-street parking. We talk about on-street, and I think the indoor parking side. So for off-street parking, so just those normal parking that we are used to in on the roadside, etc. So what solution can we provide a school to manage their parking at campus? We can, I think we can employ the technology that I'm going to explain here. So you can have maybe products like video intercom side. So maybe depending on your budget also. So you can, for cheaper budget, you can just have an ANPR camera. You have a barrier. Then you just do remote monitoring for those sites, just like that. So you have the camera both for entrance and exits, so that in case a vehicle comes in, the vehicle is taken in, and if it goes out, it's recorded that has gone out. And also you can configure the number of parking space. So you're saying like you configure using the platform saying you have 50 parking slots, and the ANPR now, when the vehicle comes in and out, it will use that information of vehicles coming in and going out as values to maybe increment or reduce the number of parking lots. So it just do calculation on that, and that is for the off-street parking space. But for the indoor, we talk about it in a few minutes. So I think that answers your question, Ms. Sohel from ProRisk Solution. So also you can talk. So you guys can unmute yourself and talk. Yeah, you can follow up with me later. So we can we'll just follow up with me later, so we'll see how we can help each other. And also maybe if your project is also promising, you have a project that you feel that you have confidence in that project, we can lend you products that is help you, give you cameras, go install on the site, convince the client that this solution, yes, it is working. Now you can proceed with purchasing the products. So if you are for the case where you are sure that the project might go through. So we talk a bit about the off-street parking solution. I'll rush through this so that we end our today's training. So for off-street parking solution, just a normal parking for off-street. So I'm just repeating this one because we have done it in smart office solution. We have done this before. Just to rush through, we have, okay. So let me explain this topology. So the topology for parking, we have, let's say you have a building. Yes, you have a very large building and you have the entrance side. People are coming in from this side and going out from this side. Then we have different parking space. Maybe in front of the building, there is a parking space. Underground, maybe in basement, there is parking space and there's also a designated place for doing parking. We have all those can be managed from this parking management platform. So with the parking management platform, if you're in the indoor, side, you can still do management of parking. We have these parking detectors which can determine if there is parking. Sorry for that. So from the topology, so from the topology, I was talking about these parking detectors, which can be used I was talking about these parking detectors, which can be used to check on the parking lots. So we have these detectors which can be used to check the parking lot. The parking space is taken, it will show red. Then we have so you're facing a bit of a problem with the internet. Sorry for that. It's just a small problem with internet. So we are facing some problem with our internet. That's why you can bear with me. We're about to finish. So for the parking side, we have these parking detectors. So the parking detectors basically are used to do detection of parking lots. Then we have the barriers installed at the entrance and exit side. So barriers will allow or deny of vehicles to come in and out of the parking side. Then we have this VTO, so Npr Kit. So this Npr Kit comes with not only the camera, but also with this kind of small display. And it will show you whether your vehicle is allowed or something like that. So it's just used for more interactivity in with the parking side. And then we have the indoor LED guide screen. So the guide screen is basically used to tell you which direction to take while going through the parking side.